Hi guys again, so this is Sherlock Sam and the Missing Heirloom in Katong, Chapter 3. So, let's start. Chapter 3. With breakfast out of the way, I was ready to focus my full attention on the feast Auntie Kimlan promised us. Mom asked Auntie Kimlan to serve healthy tuna sandwiches for lunch. Tuna wasn't of peculiar interest of me, not when there was ambal coal for dinner. Is your ambal recipe from the Precious Family recipe book that Uncle's talking about, Auntie? I asked. Auntie Kimlan was driving and we were all squished in her. Wendy was in the front and Jimmy, Worston, and I were herded in the back. Yes, it is, Samuel. My family recipe is so precious to me, I consider it to the family heirloom. Auntie Kimlan replied. Wow, Wendy said. Has it been in your family for long? Let's see. This recipe book has been in here for my family for many generations, even before my grandparents came to Singapore from Makala. Auntie Kimlan replied. Does that mean the recipe came from way back then as well? Wendy asked. Yes, dear. From my macro, Auntie Kimlan said. My great. Wait, how many great is that? Puzzled Jimmy, staring at his fingers in confusion. What's macro? Wendy asked. It's great-grandmother, I answered. Our mama's mom is our macro. My macro started writing her home-cooked recipes when she married my culture. It was very important for Perkin women to learn well and for their husbands to learn well to cook for their husbands back then. Auntie Kimlan computed. Wendy would make a terrible Perkin wife back in the olden days, I said. Shush, Sherlock, Wendy shrieked back. It's Sherlock, I poked her. I would be lost without my family recipe book, and I want to hand it down to my grandchildren and their children, Auntie Kimlan said as she parked the car. I've even been teaching Jimmy how to cook amba cow. We had arrived at her 2-story bungalow with big gardens. Girls, Jenna, we're home. We've brought friends, Auntie Kimlan said. How many sisters do you have, Jimmy? I whispered. 4, Jimmy replied. Auntie Jenna is our family helper. I made a face. 1 sister was bad enough. I could not imagine living with 4. Auntie Gina came up and handed Auntie Kimlan a letter. She squinted until Auntie Gina passed Auntie Kimlan her reading glasses. Ma'am, you forgot to bring your glasses out again, Auntie Gina said. I'm so forgetful nowadays, Gina. You must look after me, okay? I can't read anything without reading glasses, Auntie Kimlan said, laughing. She put the letter down at the nearby table. Just then, I saw 4 girls running towards us. I took cover behind Auntie Kimlan. 4 sisters. Amazing. What did you get us? Did you get cream cones? I want kaya toast, they all shouted at once. Auntie Kimlan laughed and called them each name to come from to get their goodies from Jimmy. Based on height and level of bossiness, I deduced that the oldest was Rose, the second oldest was Martha, the next was Donna, and the youngest was Amy. Everyone grabbed their snacks and went to the kitchen. Auntie, are you going to start cooking now? I asked nervously. Yes, dear. As soon as I take out my recipe book, I don't cook ko very often because good balku is hard to find. I've forgotten some of the steps. Auntie is old already, you know, Auntie Kimlan said, smiling. I followed Auntie Kimlan into an enormous kitchen where Jimmy's sister was eating their snacks, and she went to the drawer to take her cookbook out. I was amazed to see that she had 2 fridges. I wondered if one was especially for desserts. Auntie Kimlan suddenly called out, Gina, I can't find my recipe book. Is it in the living room? Auntie Jenna appeared in the kitchen in a flash. Watson, Jimmy, and Wendy trailed in after her. No, ma'am. You always keep your recipe book in that drawer, Auntie Jenna replied. It isn't there. Where could it be? Auntie Kimlan asked, puzzled. It's okay, Mama. I copied the Amble Cole recipe out, remember? You said the best way to learn it was to write it out, so I wrote it out. Jimmy dashed out of the kitchen. That still doesn't tell me where my book is, though, Auntie Kimlan said. She and Auntie Jenna were opening and closing all the cabins and drawers in the kitchen looking for the book. It has to be somewhere. How am I going to cook dinner? We have guests. I knew I had to step in because I could see that Auntie Kimlan was getting more and more worried. Plus, the longer it took to find Auntie Kimlan's precious family heirloom, the later dinner would be. Let's retrace your steps, Auntie. What was the last time you had the recipe book? One of the first rules of detective work is to start from the very beginning. People often forget important details that seem small to them. It's my job to find out what they are. Did I use it to make curry yesterday? Auntie Kimlan asked Auntie Jenna. No, ma'am. I asked how you remembered the recipe, and you said it was like riding a bicycle, Auntie Jenna said. Sherlock should ride a bicycle before dinner, Watson said, while glaring at my robot to suddenly recall something. Could you have loaned it to that uncle we met at Chin Me Chin, Auntie? He said he couldn't have finished his project without your precious family recipe book, I said. Oh, that's right. I did bring it out that day. When was that, Jenna? Auntie Kimlan asked. Oh, sorry. Oh, that. I think it was 2 weeks ago, ma'am. You haven't used it since, Auntie Jenna replied. It's always important to be very specific about details. Think really hard, Auntie Jenna. Which day was it? It was a Sunday, Auntie Jenna said. How could I forget? I did bring it to Katong Uncle's house that day. The young man was going to photograph it along with other Peregrine family heirlooms for his project, Auntie Kimlan said. Could you have left it there? I asked. I might have. I was distracted talking to my friends. Oh, how careless of me, Auntie Kimlan said. But if they found Auntie's book, wouldn't they have called her? Wendy asked. I've been there once with Mom, and it's filled with old Peregrine things. Maybe they just didn't realize what it was, I said, confident in my theory. Just then, Jimmy ran back into the kitchen waving a crumbled piece of paper. I found it, Mama! I found it! Here's the Abu Ko recipe. Auntie Kimlan took the piece of paper from him and squinted it carefully. She then adjusted her glasses and held the paper further away from her face. But that didn't help at all. After readjusting her glasses one more time, she gave up. Thank you, Thai Young, but your handwriting is so messy. Mama cannot read it even with her reading paper on. Jimmy looked at the paper, squinted it as it well. It's so neat, he asked. Wendy looked over Jimmy's shoulder and her eyes widened. Those are actual words? She said in shock. Amy, Jimmy's younger sister, began eyeing Watson with wonder. I am Watson. What is your name? Watson said, extending his hand out to Amy. Amy's eyes widened. My name is Amy. Would you like some of my cupcake? No, thank you. I would like some batteries, please. I need to recharge if we are to search for the missing heirloom. Wait here. I'll go find some, Jimmy said before zipping away. Suddenly, Wendy shouted, Is that a hamster? She pointed to the cage in the backyard. That's Benjamin, our hamster, Amy said. He's so cute. Wendy ran to the cage. Benjamin was a brown hamster with white spots. He was running on his wheel. I found them! Jimmy shouted. He was running so fast he almost ran over me. Proudly, he handed Watson a couple of batteries. Watson looked at them and said, "These have no power left. They are perfect. I can recycle them for power. I not only look good, I am also good for the environment." Jimmy was oohing and ahhing at Watson, and Wendy was oohing and ahhing at the Benjamin the hamster. I felt it was my duty to bring the conversation back to what important finding Auntie Kim Lan's precious family Heirloom and eating cool for dinner. I had also realized exactly where Cartoon Auntie Cree's house was located, and that meant another trip to the nearly next door chimney chin. Well, let's go to Kong to Cree's house and look for your recipe book there. "Come on, Watson, Wendy, and Jimmy," I said. Everyone ran after me, except Watson and Auntie Kim Lan. I practically had to shove Watson into the car. I couldn't understand why he wasn't more excited at the chance to solve a mystery. Slow down, Samuel. Auntie's too old to run," Auntie Kim Lan said, smiling. "And Auntie Kim Lan," I said, finishing as I stuffing Watson into the car and shutting the door. "Maybe we could go back to Chimney Chin to pick up another ice cream cone?" Auntie Kim Lan laughed, which I took to mean yes. Now this is the end of the chapter. It's been a quite long chapter, but if you want to listen more about it, listen to the next video. I hope you liked it. Remember to subscribe. Bye!